Good job, buddy. Keep on right there.
Hey there, how the heck are you? It is Cooper sitting here with the No Toad Racing League. We're running Kansas for the September 11th Memorial. We're going to have a lot of just quiet in the background to start this thing off. We're going to have a couple of laps of qualifying here, and I'm going to show off a paint scheme that I made doing that because, yeah, you know, why wouldn't you guys want to see that? Right now, we are finishing up practice. We're talking about practice. All the practice that there is. So, we're looking at the Kansas Speedway. United, we stand 160. And this is the No Toad Racing League Xfinity Series race, sponsored by Will Jester, and number 74. We will bring him up on screen, and he can be our backdrop for the intro here. And what we are looking for on the weather, not too bad. We're looking at 4 o'clock, 4:04, 8-mile-an-hour wind. Got coming from 225 degrees. Somebody who's way smarter than me come tell me what that is, but I'm going to say from the west. 75 degrees, track temp 97. So all in all, pretty nice day for a race. Looking at the speed chart, and boy, Hendricks, Gretsch, Piracini, Kreidler, Malarkey. Well, it's like murderer's row right there, the top 5 in the speed chart, and we're probably looking for more of the same, because those guys are they're just fast. They're fast all the time, and you know, when you're fast, and you just can't help it. And when you're slow, you realize that you're just not that fast, so you come up in the broadcast booth when you get a chance. There is our race sponsor himself, Mr. Jester. We can get a little tighter shot in there, and I think we can go on the, so we're going to go up here on the hood. We've got the 911 logo on there, and I do not believe I'm going to probably be able to get the side very well there without just going to rear chase, probably. So let's see what we get there on our chase camera. We got a let's roll. We got a flag on the back. Let's roll is not too bad of a plan, actually. 32, we got another scheme. Oh, off we went there. There's James. James is out making some laps. There's Dustin Barton underneath him in the all blacked out 13. Obviously the secret government test engine car. 117 down in Australia, JC, John Campbell. One of the OGs to the league. This league is on 20 years, in case you guys haven't heard. But this is season 23. We are starting off season 23 just where we ended, on the racetrack. There, Davey Hendricks, for any of you who do not know who that guy is, that dude's fast. Like, he's a problem fast. This is our defending champ. I think he won, I don't know, 104 races last week. It just, no, not really. It just wild how dominant he was. But we're getting the checkers showing here for our practice. So we will now be running into qualifying, which iRacing does not show. So we're just going to go ahead and hide all this because you guys don't want to see it anyway. Pop that dude up here. We'll have a grid up here. And also, plan was I was going to actually run this and didn't. So while we're getting, are we going to get some jump around qualifying? Well, we might just hold on here a second. So there's Davey coming out. This was not working for me. So maybe we'll just do this. Why don't we? We're going to get some jump around on this. However, we can at least see a qualifying ticker and who it is. And so it'll jump as people, qualify, good, bad, or indifferent. There's last season's champ, Mr. Davey Hendricks, down there in Florida. I guess, I don't know. You call it Florida, but it's not the guy? Probably not. I could go for a Snickers right now because I'm fat. That's just what I do. I eat Snickers all the time. Sometimes I Snickers while I'm eating one because that makes me double happy. I'm not sure. Maybe chases them down with Tide Pods and M&Ms. Those are not the same thing, Davey. I'll have to talk to him after the race. You see he comes across the stripe there, first lap. He is 2/10 faster than Matt Piracini. Al Dixon, who is having a birthday today. I hear he's finally retirement age. He's finally at 55. Then we got Rogers and Klinkhart, which this is lap 1, so these are subject to change. We got JC, we got Al Corey, we got Mike McCuskey. Oh, Kendall Kerr gonna park her up on top of the pole. Davey said, "Enough of this. I am done. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna just do whatever." Oh, there's James. Hi, James. He's lucky 13th. Looks like he got her thrown in the backwards for some reason. I'm watching Dustin Barton. His nickname is Vengeance. I think we should make that white bar so he's got the actual dark outline. That probably would be better. So the Nodge has got him a spiffy patriotic paint scheme tonight. We get back to Oliver Turan, who's blacked out his car for tonight. Some weird flips and flops through these when you get flipped around, but it looks, I tell you, I think it looks like Kendall Kerr is going to be our pole sitter. Kreidler's going to give it. Oh, I think he's on the backstretch. I believe he has gave it all he's got. And there is Kyle Gretsch. Little sideways there. That is a nephew drawn paint scheme. And then there's our pole sitter. That is his cat, Mr. Honeypot. Kendall Kerr, that's not his cat's name, but that's what I'm going to call him. Actually, I'll forget. I lie a lot, so don't listen to me. That is also his dog on the other side. His dog's name is Woof. Kerr is going to sit on the pole. Kreidler looks to be on the outside. Hendricks just barely by the skin of his teeth and I don't remember the hair one, so we're going to leave that one. Gretsch and then Ollie Turan looks like we're going to be rounding out the top 5 there. Then we got, there's Sexy Walter right there on his pit board. So looks like we might have all them. So I did a kind of a paint scheme for this. Was going to actually run. This is a basically I just kind of tried to make this look like a FDNY. They're fire trucks. But just wanted to make a 9/11 memorial paint scheme. So then changed some things and went on and did a broadcast. And I said, well, I'm going to make a lap and record it and put it in here. So just basically get a lap in it. And that's one of the benefits of being a broadcaster. But anyhow, we will be getting everybody to the grid, all gridded up. And then we're gonna go quiet here. We're gonna bring up the grid, and we see there is Kerr Kreidler in the front row. Then we got Davey Hendricks and Kyle Gretsch. Then we got Oliver Turan and Matt Piracini, and Alan Dixon and Dustin Barton, Scott Kelly, Marty Rogers, Jacob Klinkhart, and JC John Campbell. And then we got Justin Malarkey with Al Corey. Got Mike McCuskey with Will Jester. Again, that is our sponsor for tonight, the United We Stand 160. We got Gary Sargent, league owner and runner of things around here, outside old Sticky Fingers himself, Jason Benson. James Lawson, pictured earlier, starting here 19th. We got the Nodge in 20th. AJ Benish, you'll remember him as the there's a boat on the side of his car. Chris Harrison starting 22nd. Alex Goff 23rd. And Terry Brooks Jr. in the 23 car just got the position wrong by 1. If he'd had a 24 car, it lined up perfect. But there is our starting lineup for tonight. The load is on. We're locked down here on the leader. And what we're going to do is we are just going to take a moment here and it's going to take a moment to remember these guys that we've lost. All right, as we get to rolling in towards turn 3, we are going to be under the control of Kendall Kerr. I'm going to switch this out, and we are about to go green, everybody. And we got the green. Away we go. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not the way to start this thing off. Oh, boy. Well, okay. That. All right, well, so we got some everything to try and look at here. We're going to go back and try and figure out what happened here. Alright, so we're in here on Malarkey. And for whatever reason, I guess we're going to... Actually, not going to see him. He's going in there, too. Alright, well... Wonder why we're not having any sound with the replays. That is... not going to be alright. Alright, so let's see. Nodge was in that. Barton's jumping. Their SDK looks like it didn't want to help me out here at all. Let's try and jump back into this replay. See if we can get in here. Yeah, nope, it's just going to have us go rewind back, I guess. Could explain why this is the way we've been seeing this happen. We're going to jump over here on Nodge and see... Man, that... So there... Okay, so McCuskey... Looks like he was reacting to something in front of him. There's sliders, 34 down. Oh, McCuskey, okay, well... Yeah, boy. In the pre-race, we were just talking about that. And the pre-race conversation was cold tires. And before you really get some heat in them... I had noticed a lot of people really wobbling out of 2 and out of 4, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. 22 there kind of gets on it, turns up, gets Jester, Nodge gets Benson. Yeah, it's okay. Well, that's just less than ideal. So the one positive will be that I don't think we should really have a whole lot of people. Yeah, I didn't even miss the replay. That happened so early into it, SDK wasn't recording and didn't catch it. Wow. Okay, well, so back to live on that one, I guess. We've got cars wrecking out back still. What is going on there? Okay, if we can get Ollie to pull up. Boy, good thing with getting a lot of stuff to update right before a race, and this is coming back in. Everybody has stopped and is waiting for the pace car. Always under the 30. Oh! Davey just launches the wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's go right on with Davey and see if we can get some insight on this. Because, boy, what a weird start to a race. Boy, you know, that is impressive air. Just come down, and that really sure looked intentional. Well, then slider gets it. Maybe they were just trying to catch up to the field, with the field being up there. And I mean, that is entirely possible. If you're braking, if you're that low to the flat, it would turn it. But my word, man, I don't even. I don't know. Now it's showing me that Gretsch has crashed. Let's see. Well, yeah, he had damage from earlier there. So anyway, according to the scoring, which is what I've got to go on, we have got a whole lot of cars that are out, and I think what we may have had is a server screw up, and they are setting up another race to go re-race. Because look at everybody that's out. Pretty much everybody. And those who didn't. So we've got Harrison, Kelly, Jester. Lawson's out now. So I think what we're doing is we're all leaving. And then we're going to pop up a new session. That is going to be my guess on that. I had been told that we might be doing that, but then didn't get a yes we are, so was not exactly sure. But it looks like that may be where we're going here. Yep, it's showing. Kelly going live down there to Harrison and Jester. Little Holly Farms car. So yeah, I really, and Harrison is really about to lap Jester here under this, so I'm going to just go ahead and really hope that everybody didn't somehow forget they didn't have a fast repair, because, I mean, no offense to Jester and Harrison, but who wants to watch these two for 103 more laps? Call it like a dog race. And Jester's on the outside. He's up around the wall. He's going to drop to the bottom, and look at the bird up on the rail. He wants to bite the bird. Harrison's in the pits. I don't know why he's pitting. He's a dog. Jester's going to come back around. He's going to get his lap back. He's going to roll. I wonder if he can barrel roll it. Come on, Jester, flip that thing. Flip it and roll it. Roll it and flip it. Flip and roll. Roll and flip. Tuck and roll. Whatever it is that you're looking at doing. All right, we got the new session up. We're checking, we're doing some online here, looking at the Discord to see, I presume. All right. Well, if you guys want to know how to do the iRacing, we'll show you. For anybody out there who has not seen this, this is your UI, this is your play, pause, live, all that good stuff. We're going to quit because we are a bunch of quitters. We're not going to save the replay. That's my desktop. And my wheel is deciding it's going to check. So we're going to withdraw from this session because we're not going to be part of this session anymore. These are the things that they won't see tomorrow on the recording. And then this here is going to be our corrected. I got to pick my car again. And when you want to broadcast, you just go over to watch. You don't even have to do test drive or anything. It'll bring us up. And then we're going to hit over here on join. See, you didn't think you were going to learn how to use iRacing today, did you? I didn't think I was going to try and teach people how to use iRacing, to be quite honest. All right. Oh, look. Hey, everybody's there. So, as usual, I'm the last one to anywhere because, you know, I'm slow. I kind of do things weird. I forget things. Do stuff odd. And wait for this thing to go booting up. And probably because I've got a whole ton of stuff running, it'll probably take it a minute. And might have to restart SDK, actually. Come to think of that, we may or may not have to restart this. You might get a inside look at how we do a whole lot of nothing here. But we are loading back in. Isn't this exciting? All right, so we're loading. Yep, I think everything running is going to keep this thing running a little slower. But you can see through the list here, you look at some of these I ratings, like Kreidler 39.22. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Sargent 21.32. Hendricks 26.50. The Benish 2200s. Oh, there's 32 for Kendall. Gretchen's a 2300. These guys are just way too fast for my own good. Alright. So we're gonna, looks like we got a 5-minute practice up top here, and then we're gonna re-qualify. So everything I have told you was a lie. So we got this box. Hey, we got a box. See if we got a ticker. Hey, we got a ticker. We got 30 seconds left of this ticker. Hey, we got a box. Look at this. We're gonna try this one more time. Think of that as oh man, I don't remember what year it was, the Winston, where the All-Star race, I guess what they called it. Everybody piled off into turn one and it was raining and wadded everything up. Getting a redo. Well, this is our redo. But as you can see, I do believe our session is going to have to come down and come back up. I think the HUD is going to need to find this new session. We've got a double clock here. So let's reboot this stuff real quick. That way we don't have doubles of everything. Alright, we're coming back up. We should have a qualifying. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go around here. We'll do some jump around again. Oh, we got sound this time. We did it last time. Let's actually pull the tower back up. So you can see who you're riding here. Here's AJ, little man in the boat finish. He's going to go around here and be fast at Kansas with his summer Shandy Mobile. And see the drop off there, you get underneath that line, the track flattens out. So you get a little bit of an upset of the car, but honestly, it's really not too bad. And it can gain you a tenth and a half. So all in all, it's a risk worth taking. AJ's going to come around and finish off the lap. He's coming a little behind. Oh, there is Clinkart. Going to ride around with him for a quick second. And there is Will Jester. This is when everybody's on track. It'll start jumping around on us quite a bit now. So here's Will with his second qualifying attempt of the hour. And see it being up high, from what the rumblings are, from some of the toads here in the No Toad Racing League. I got on and was talking to him before the race. Purportedly, the high line will be the dominant line, or at least at points in the race it will be faster. There's Raptor with some of his metallic-y paint. Well, I mean, nowadays it's all a wrap, right? But we got some good looking painters in this group too. We got some fast guys. We got some guys that are good at painting stuff. We got some guys that really like donuts. Me and JC, we like donuts. Donuts. And here comes Woof again across the line. Oh, Kittle is going to come up a little short. Goes from the pole to third. Looks like Kyle's going to have that thing on the pole. Piracini, I think he'll be on the outside, which, as you can see there, that's at 0.00, so they're thousandths apart. Basically ran the same lap, and that's kind of tough to do. That'll be starting lineup one more time. I'm going to run through here. Kreidler still got another lap. All right, so you see. Well, and he just touched the wall. That'll knock a tenth out of it pretty quick. During the race, it's not that big a deal because, everybody screws up at some point. But on qualifying, when you're the only one out there, it's tough. It's so tough to not miss your turn in, or where you lift just a hair to breathe the throttle. It's a rough way to make a living trying to qualify these cars. Down there almost doing some grass mowing. Let's see if he moves up from 6th. Nope. Like we were going to be 2/10 off the pole, starting in 6th on that one. Which Benish that we were riding with earlier, he was 7th. Harrison with his most recent almost win 5 minutes ago, he's going to start 10th. Just going to start 9th. It's entirely possible getting those couple of laps. They may have picked up on something. You never know. Sometimes you run 1,000 laps at a place and you never figure it out, and then just some random thing happens, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got it. I understand what I haven't been doing this entire time, or I do anyway, but again, I'm broadcasting, not driving, so, let's take that for what it's worth. All right, it looks like we got everybody through here, so we're going to go ahead and pop this thing back over to the grid, and we'll wait for that to come up once we get everybody actually gridded, because that always takes just a second. Pop around. That is the infield hoop of the road course. The road course here is pretty fun. We ran it with the ARCA cars, which are kind of notoriously bad for doing anything other than ovals. But anyway, all right, so here we go. The United We Stand 160 coming to you live from a bunch of computers and wires. But from Kansas Motor Speedway, Kyle Gretsch on the pole, Matt Piracini on the outside, Kendall Kerr, Davey Hendricks second row, Justin Malarkey, John Kreidler in the third row, Justin Malarkey, John Kreidler, I missed my spot. AJ Benish with Jacob Klinkhart, Will Jester and Christopher Harrison right out your top 10. Michael McCuskey and Oliver Turan bringing up row 6. Marty Rogers with Alan Dixon, who is still the birthday boy. Dustin Barton with Jason Benson. I think they started together the last time. Al Corey and Gary Sargent, your admin ownership grand poobahs, make up row 9. Row 10 is Australia's own John Campbell and not in Australia, Alex Goff. Scott Kelly and the Nodge are going to start shotgun on the field this time, and we'll see how we fare on this one. Again, the United We Stand 160 brought to you the No Toad Racing Network. We've got next week we'll be running Bristol, the big old high bank evil little thing. Tonight, as we do, we run a fixed setup of 65% fuel. We got 4 sets of tires this week. Still got a fast repair this new session. We do use lucky dogs to do wave around, and the weather is realistic, so it's entirely possible that the weather is totally different than what it was. And to check that, we hit this little guy right here, 97, 73. Oh, it's a couple degrees cooler, but track temp is still the same, so looks like everything's going to be on the up and up there. And so we're going to go back out here, and we're going to hopefully not get what we got, which now with redoing the session, I'm sure that's probably all we were actually looking at. We get over the starting lights here. The No Toad Racing League kicking off series, or the Xfinity series, the season 23 of the 20th year of the Toads hanging out and playing games on the internet together. And let's see what we get. And there we go. We got green lights that turn red magically. Kyle and Matt are going to take us off into turn 1. A little bit of the spread, but not the 3 and 4 wide like they're doing Cup. But Kyle's got a real good run through 1 and 2. He's going to come up over in front of Matt. Oh, 97's in the wall. And he's going to take AJ with him. Oh. Well, sugar. AJ got his nose knocked off. Let's go back here and try and ride along. Just go in the cockpit here of the 97, which again seems like SDK has managed to not get us going. So we'll just go ahead and just forget that one happened. AJ's now driving him a pretty cool looking modified. Kyle, I don't know if you guys know this, but his nephew drew that car. I'm going to tell you guys everything again, just because. We're just going to pretend like none of this happened. Nothing happened. If you're watching a replay and you're like, what's this guy talking about? Exactly. I don't know. Maybe I had a moment of ESP. So we got a lap in the books here. We got Kyle's going to go up there and pretend he's the pace car. Got some hot race car on pace car action. And while we have got a second, we've got some. Let's see if I can find any of our NTRL rookies running in here, and I don't know that any of them made it. The season rookies would be the 011 of Adam. I'm going to say that's Bossy, the BOSSE. Ben Dewberry's runs a 06 car. He runs ARCA on Monday nights. He's a fast dude. 4 car Jim Cook. Doesn't look like we got Jim in here either. David Fight, you guys have seen him on some of the broadcast. Brad Kress, the 29 car. He may have made a couple of showings. The last one, Christian Lotion in the 35, and just nobody. Grant Parker with the 43. I think he was having some issues. He had messaged in he wasn't going to make it. Josh Witherspoon with the 86. Not showed up tonight. And 154 is Sheldon Hart. And, rounding out my perfection of no rookies here. Because that's just what we do. Let's flip through. Flip through Kendall, or go back to Kreidler. Got Jester loading up here. Got the Ghost Mobile tonight for Benson. Dustin Barton's all blacked out. Is Goff running it? Oh yeah, Goff has the Zebra Cakes car. The tastiest car on track. The Nodge. That's a pretty cool paint scheme. I do like that. I like that a lot. Coming back down, we're going to jump back up here to the leaders. Rolling down the backstretch, we'll be getting the green flag to start lap 5 of 110 to make up R165, our United We Stand. Every panel is a different color on that car. That is artwork, is what it is. We get loaded back up. Wait for the leader. There we go. We're on green. If the starts are on green, the restarts are on the leader. And Kyle said, "Hey, watch this. Bye." And he is gone. He is gone. He is gone like Donkey Kong. Right along with Kyle. Oh, we're wrecking in the back. Again. Because, man, we're getting really bad about doing that. Sarge and Dixon. Well, let's see what we got going on. See what we got going on with the sound, too. Had no sound, had sound, had no sound. All right. Oh, Dixon got off the nose of somebody. Where did we see that? That did not work out well. Alright, let's back up here. Well, he took a right. Oh. So. Well, you know what? I'm going to say take this for what it is. But that looks kind of coming up and just wasn't clear. That's sort of the momentum point of the track. A lot of people did a pretty good job of missing all of it. Sarge, unfortunately, didn't do such a good job of missing that. See, we'll get on here and go right along with him. We saw, because things check up. Oh, tap. Gets a love tap from the back. Somebody boffoed the wall. Oh, man. Well, we did take 2 weeks off. So that could be part of the issue here. We've got several have made pits. Several are still in the pits. I'm going to go from about, how about 15th? Well, actually about 13th on back. Everybody made stops, get some repairs done. Normally, on a normal run here, we got the guys, I did hear a 36. They're saying 32, 35 laps ought to be a fuel run. They're beating up the tires. I mean, they're not totally destroying them, but running 23 good hard laps on them. Got the right sides down, just hanging right around 80%. Yes, they're definitely tire wear, and you get some tire wear, and that also gives you the ability to, once you make some laps, I guess that is, you can actually get up to the top side and make you a little bit of time, make you some positions. That the cold tires, as we've seen, are they're slippy and they're sloppy. They definitely make for hard living. That's what they make for. And jumping back through here, we got Sarge getting caught up. He just went in for some getting caught up to the field here. See, Benson looked like he got tapped by Sarge. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a wobble there in the back bumper. Raptor looks okay. Jump up next row. Malarkey looks all right. How's my zebra cakes? Are they okay? They look like they might make it. Boat guy ain't drowning, is he? All right, we're going to go back up front here. And on the leader. And there goes Kyle again. Kyle says, bye. He really gets a launch off there, too. He's got Kendall Kerr giving him a tail. Oh, get that? I didn't even mean to make that joke about having the animals on the side of his car. It just sort of happened. We got Piercini here next to Kerr. It's like, hey, I've been running behind Kyle a lot. I would like to go ahead and take that position if you don't mind. And Kendall says, you know what, I do mind. So let's discuss this out here on the track. Davey's going to come around and going to try and slip some chocolate in the dog food. Well, Matt's car sure looks like it's definitely out and on yawed out doing that. That really looked like he was really holding on to her. And they are going to go ahead and go on by Mr. Piercini. Right on here. We can get up on the... He's going to stay up on there. Matt's car does change with my camera, so I can actually use roof cameras with Matt. A lot of the other ones don't. This just becomes something I've never really understood. Everybody's already up at the high side. So you hear Matt's tires being pretty angry. You see these 5 cars have already broke away from the field. Matt's going to be down on her here. Make a run on clean cart here in front of him. Hey, listen going in. Listen to the throttle. You're off the throttle for about 2 seconds getting in, and the rest of this time, it's Daytona or Talladega. You just put her down and let it eat. Then into 3, they just burp the throttle a little bit, let it go. Kyle has definitely got a handle on things. And there's Alex in the Zebra machine. There's the Canadian Tire Mobile piloted by Rafter. Justin Malarkey on the outside in the 97. Super green and super white. Got Dixon up there on the high side. Kansas is realistically 4 lanes wide unless you're on the front straight, and then it's 6. Depending on if you want to drop the bottom or not. 6 is just one of them. You can set them side by side. It's not a good idea to race like that. But, it can be done. But 3, 4 wide here is really kind of the normal. Oh, Dixon gets a little bit of the wall. And the problem is you can see with watching him on that is just everybody gets by you. You just kill so much momentum. This is one of those, mile and a half, man. These are momentum racetracks. You just got to keep them making that same lap over and over and over and over and just keep that momentum up. The littlest thing will bog down that motor, and as soon as you do, it's Quaitons for you. We got I think we might have got our jitters out of the way, so we're going to actually start making some laps here. We got Gretchen Kerr out leading the way. We got Hendricks and Klinkart behind him, Pirosini and Turan. Then we got Kreidler and Rogers with Benish and Christopher Harrison rounding out the top 10. And this is the battle on the track. Oh, it sounds like another wall bang. I will give the Xfinity car, from what I do with it when I hit the wall, it doesn't seem like it sticks quite as bad as the ARCA car. I mean, you still stuck it to the wall, and that kind of sucks, but it's not as bad that it's still a little bad. So you get up there and bang into it, and it's like, oh, hey, what am we going to do here? Okay, well, I was going to say, I was waiting for... Now Benson's going to go high. That's what I was kind of waiting for him to do. I thought he was going to come down and come back up, try and get a toe off the 22. There he goes. Oh, no! McCuskey! Oh, buddy! Man! Just got robbed by Sticky Fingers. Saved it. Shame, Benson. For shame. That was an amazing save. I don't know if we get a save of the week, but that was a save of the week, man. That was That was pretty awesome. Let's check back up front here as we've got a battle for the lead. We got Kendall Kerr inside of Kyle. I wonder if Kyle scrubbed the wall there just a touch. Nope, he didn't. Watch this. Wing. Oh, Davey. Davey, he sees the blood in the water. I guess not really blood in the water. What? I'm not sure where. SDK thought that was the lead there for a second, guys. Sorry. So we got a 3-car battle for the lead up at the front here as we come to lap 20 of 110. Kansas, the No Toad Racing League. 20 years in the making. Did not start out in iRacing or the Xfinity car. It was way, way, way back in this old place called Papyrus. It's good times. Everything kind of looked like a brick with a couple of dots of color on it. But it was cool. Martinsville, they had a couple little black squiggles. And you're like, sweet, this thing has tire marks on it. Davey sliding. Doesn't catch him. That is a very real possibility when you're side-by-side at Kansas. That inside car will push up just a little bit. And if you're already pretty close, you don't got that little bit to slide up. And they touch, and then you get a sexy wall walker instead of a sexy wall trip. All right, so it looks like we've kind of tamed the horses here a little bit. Take a flipperoo back here. So we got Davey, we got Kendall, we got JC trying to blow the foam off the top of that coffee. And as I pointed out, he is in Australia, so I don't know if all you guys realize this, but he is actually hanging upside down and turning right to be able to do this. So, I mean, the fact that he's able to hold a line is totally just unbelievable. He doesn't even have a flight suit like a fighter pilot would have either. I've asked him a million times. He seems like he gets annoyed with me asking that question. Oh, and here we go again. We got Davey, we got Kendall. They have taken a couple laps, cooled the tires off, and they are working their way back. Oh, Kendall's in the wall. He's going to get her saved. But that scrub, you see the 24 moving in. I can't believe that he didn't lose that spot to Matt. That's a very opportunistic thing there for Matt to be like, oh, don't mind if I do. I'll cruise around here in third for a while instead of fourth. That's entirely possible. Matt let off and was like, oh, hey, we're gonna wreck here, and then we didn't. That sure sounded like we had some wall rubbage. All right, so we get the top four in there. Clinkart running in fifth. We've got Ollie sitting here in sixth. We got Mr. John Kryler running in seventh position. Behind him, AJ Benish. Marty Rogers running in ninth. He's got a commemorative paint scheme on there, too. That's a very sharp car. I like that. As you guys know, for suffering through these before, I like simple schemes. I like that. It's a good-looking car. Dustin Barton, don't get no more simple than that. He could possibly be looking for a sponsor. Could be because he's Batman. I mean, Vengeance. I'm Batman. We got Scott Kelly, who is in the middle of getting passed by a Rafter. So that would be Rafter. Al Corey. They are fighting this one back and forth. The Air Force colors for Scott Kelly are going to lose the battle to Canadian Tire. And he's going to go ahead and take this one from another Canadian. Barton. Watch this, eh? Don't be a hoser. Let me have that spot. Like all the Canadian I know came from watching Strange Brew. So, I mean, that's just is what it is. Okay, then Kelly's going to go ahead and follow him around, which Dustin will just lurk. And then pretty soon, pay window opens, and here he comes. So, Malarkey coming on. He's still running the low side. You see Harrison there. He's up top. Oh, a little too up top. Maybe up. Oh, Everything I just said about the wall may have just been a lie. Another fantastic save, though. Man, I tell you what, these boys came to run these things off in the corner and do some work. There's Mr. Alex Goff with the Tasty Treats machine. The Nodge, the guy with all the fans and the sweet patriotic flames, sitting in 17th. We got Sarge. He does have some damage still. He is running 18th. Tonight's sponsor, Will Jester, looks a little crinkly. He's, I imagine that means he's still got his fast repair. Benson's got a little schmutz. Oh yeah, the back too. So yeah, they got some wobbly bodies here. We got McCuskey, who just pulled the save of the Millennium, and Dixon is actually on pit road, it looks like. Kyle Gretsch is still leading. And he is still leading over last season's champion, Davey Hendricks. So some of the upcoming no-toads next week, like I said, will be Bristol. Single pit lane. We don't do the split pit lane. Davey's making sure Kyle knows he's there. He's just going to kind of stalk him a little bit. Then we're going next to Texas, or Tejas, and then Talladega. And you know how Talladega goes. You just throw 20 or 30 cars in a cup and roll them out like a bunch of dice and see which one gets furthest ahead. Kendall was seriously coming in hot out of that corner. I was going to snap the wall. Which Kendall, as Davey's going to take the low side, try and take the lead from Kyle. This is going to be close. He may come up. Yep. He's going to come up and do some self-clearing. Kyle just says, all right, fair enough. You earned it this time. Tide Pod boy. He probably doesn't know there's Tide Pods on there. But yeah, Kyle is sandwiched by our last two season champions. Kendall was the season 21 champ, and Davey was season 22. Just for anybody who did not grasp that. Earlier, as I was something else, I zoned in and out. The Toads started back in the old, NASCAR 2000, Papyrus or 99. Man, it's been long enough now. I don't remember what year it was. But that was, forever and a moon ago. This is the season 6 for iRacing. They'd been off iRacing until, must have been about a year and a half ago now, and then they finally came over and joined the dark side, and then a pandemic hit, and they picked up a whole bunch of new people who also came in and joined the dark side. And this is Xfinity is the one and the only No-Toad Racing League series that you have to actually be invited in. There's Monday Night ARCA. There's 87s on Tuesday. There's Next Gen on Thursday. Saturday night I have King of the Hill, which right now is GT3 cars and AI cars doing just some weird, no damage, crazy stuff at, like road courses and that. Like Talladega at nights with a car with headlights. Just crazy things. But they're fun. They're super fun. We have iRacing League 6307. So you go on iRacing, you search, type in 6307, No-Toad Racing League pops up. You put in that you want to join us, and then on the YouTube channel that you're looking at, we actually have a link in the information for the Discord. You got to get in the Discord. You join us there. You request your number. We get you in. We get you numbered. And then you get to do this. And, prove that you can hold the wheel, get into the Xfinity, and you get broadcast. Sometimes the ARCA gets broadcast. I happen to know the guy that does that sometimes, and to be quite honest, he's just sort of flaky and forgets to do it a lot. I would be that guy. For anybody at home wondering, I'm the flake. All right, so we've got Kyle might have maybe got his stuff a little burnt. Then he just fell back behind Kendall. We're going to watch Mr. Hendricks ride around here and beat people up. Oh, see how spread out the field is getting. But we run 12 races last season. Davey Hendricks won 8 of them. He was top 5, 10 of the 12 races. So to say that he was dominant was kind of an understatement, I guess. I mean, he put a hurting on us. And he just shows no signs of stopping at all. Maybe we should send him to Australia, make him hang upside down and have to turn right. Maybe that'll slow him down a little bit. We do a as they run here. Got Kendall Kerr running in second behind Mr. Hendricks. So it's champion on champion violence. This is in front of Mr. Kyle Sexy Walter Gretsch. There's a sizable 3-second drop back to Oliver Turan, who also streams. You can follow his stream, and basically you'll just see what's inside. And hey, look at that. We got pit stops coming. We're at lap 38. A couple of caution laps, and the 36 is what was on there. Sounds like they weren't lying to me. We're going to switch around here. We're going to try and get pit road box to come up, and it will show us who's on pit road. There is a lot of everybody on pit road. And while they're all pitting, look who is taking the lead. The old tube rafter, who also streams. Twitch.com/tuberafter. I don't think that's actually his. Don't go over there and check. Stay over here. You, the one of you watching, don't click off of here. Okay, so Rafter is basically just a master of saving. He saves tires, he saves fuel. There are few people who can do it as well as he does. And so he'll run around here and come in immediately because, you know, why wouldn't we do that? Just try to make me look bad. But anyway, he's up to lap 41. So you've seen the first Piracini. Those guys come at 38. You know, he's pulling in here 3 laps later. And you wouldn't think it, but 3 laps, newer, fresher tires is kind of a big deal. Most tracks, other than the big tracks. See everybody coming through here, and they're going to be showing a lap down, of course. Rafter was leading. He's on pit road. Everybody else is up to speed. They'll come back by him, get their lap back, and everything will cycle out. The field strung out like this, as Malarkey is your leader. We will be watching the leader. I don't have their name actually up because of the pit stop bar at the bottom, so you can kind of keep an eye about who is pitting and who's not, and Ali is coming out. Dump some mellow yellow in it, and it's good to go. Got Malarkey just doing some laps. And he did stop on the second caution, if I remember correctly. Because I just remember that because he was in the back. But so he did stop, so he does have some fuel. And, trying to break that up into half, I mean, you'd need to go to lap 55, and that second caution was only like lap 7 or 8. Even stopping with 1 to go, clutching it, shutting it off, I mean, that's a pretty big ask. Because you'd be going a set of 36, that puts you at 44, which is right there. So yeah, he was right there and stopped at that, and is now on the verge of out of gas. So that math carries. So another, call it 36. That's going to put him at lap 80 with 30 to go. So our next batch of pit stops will be starting. We may have some that try and break it at like maybe 72, 73, and try and pull a couple extra laps out. Have the fresher tires and make up. And the Nodge comes out of the pits as Davey Hendricks gets back up front. But yeah, this will be a pit stop race, a pit stop strategy race. partially, and partially with the way the race goes. All you need is the wrong caution. You could have somebody in, 5 to go, and somebody catches the wall and can't keep it pointed back, and they're done, or sits on the track. You get a caution, you get a green white checker, everything changes. But like I say, we've got 4 tires, 4 sets of tires tonight, so we're going to stop again. Realistically, even if they stopped earlier and put a set on, everybody's going to have a set of tires for the end. I mean, they should, unless they stop, both in cautions and change tires. But it really doesn't look like there should have been any need at all for that. And the first caution came out on lap 1, so unless they just forgot to uncheck a box. I have done that before, a couple of times. So we've got a Snickers mobile coming up on Will Jester. He gonna put him a lap down. You can almost hear the Jaws music. Da dun da dun da 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 da. All right, Will. I'm sorry. Sorry we had to see that. We're going to go back to what we were going to do. We're going to do a flip through here. I'm going after the round of pit stops. Got Jacob Klinkart running in second. He is up 6 positions from the start, and hopefully he doesn't stand on the outside of the race car like he does that truck. That won't do him any good. Running third, Matt Piracini. He's got the Canadian internet that was the hamster in a cage, if you guys remember. They got little dude, he gave him some mellow yellow too, and he's just running wild. Matt is in danger of losing third spot to John Kreidler, and John is no slouch. Really, I mean, if usually ends up missing a few races, he's got other things come up, and if not, I would say that we would probably have some Kreidler versus whoever for championships, because man, he is dude's fast. I mean, he is fast. He's a solid race car driver. We're going on backwards one more. Marty Rogers made his way up to 32nd. So we got a 5th place Marty. And I don't know that I'm legally allowed to show this because he may make me do like laps or something after. But Raptor's running 6th. And then we're going to go ahead and jump over here to AJ Benish, who's running 7th in the 7 car. And behind him, Batman Barton. And then back one more, Michael McCuskey. And JC is rounding out the top 10. Justin Malarkey is going to round up our 11th. Scott Kelly hot on his heels. And the Zebra Stripe Mobile is going to go ahead and take that Air Force spot. Got a little bit of wrinkle on the right front. Speed wrinkles. We got Nodge sitting back there watching all this. We're right on top of Nodge's car here for a second. See if this works with his. Oh, it does. We'll take a lap with Nodge. Okay, I'm not going to lie. For a second, I looked down doing something different, looked up, and thought we were getting ready to take a ride to pit wall on the Nodge's car. Luckily, we didn't. You know how that is. Weird thing just kind of catch you, and it's like, oh, God, what are we doing? We're all going to die. Okay, Christopher Harrison is running 15th. Will Jester, oh, he's in the wall. You don't want to be in the wall. Being in the wall is bad, okay? Kyle has lost himself 17 spots and is running 18th. Kendall is right behind him, down 16 spots in 19th. I have a feeling we had pit road penalties. That's just going to be my here's what I think happened. But that's what I think happened. Check over here. So we've gone up a whole whopping 2 degrees in track temp, 73 degree. That is actually pretty accurate. I don't live all that far from this track, and that's about what we had for weather today. I didn't go out and like lay my face on the street or anything, but I mean, I didn't seem like it was overly hot. JC's gonna move over. Tell Malarkey, go ahead and have that spot. He's gonna ride back here and save some tires, as JC is known to do. Uh-oh, we got Klinkhardt closing in to take down Kerr. I'm not sure why exactly he's going to take down Kerr, but he is. I'm really wondering what the issue was. That is odd as the replay's being, and the fact that it's not showing anybody wrecked. And here comes the guy we can't talk about. So just concentrate on the 5 and ignore that car behind him. Oh, no, don't look at him. Don't look at him. Everybody, avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. He's not there. Every time we say anything about him, something bad happens, so we're just not going to talk about him. Nope, there's a car on the track there. Sure is. Well, so let's just go back up here and watch Davey Hendricks. Oh, we have got McCuskey and Gretsch back on pit road. Well, this is even more curious. 58 and 110. I don't know if anybody's got a calculator on with them, but I got one on my phone, so we're going to do some math while I'm talking here real quick. And that's 52 laps. And if 36 was as far as we can go by math, that is 16 laps shy of the 36 laps of fuel in a tank. Remember, these are 65%. We don't run 100% fuel load on these. So I'm not sure what Kyle is doing there, but he is just now rolling out 2 laps down. And Marty is now on pit road. These stops do not make sense. Even the early guys of 36. I mean, early guys, even if they could do 32, I mean, they got to be a good lap like 65. So we definitely got some pit strategy working out. And I think this would have probably been one of them times that had Kyle been up here in the booth while I was yapping away, he'd probably been taking notes, and he would probably be able to tell me exactly what's on there, because running the software for timing and scoring and the broadcast stuff and that, I get a little lost every now and then. Plus, I'm just kind of generally lost anyway. Snickers donuts. But we got cars scattered amongst the track. We got Sarge trying to get around Christopher Harrison there. I guess what? There ain't no trying to it. He just going to do it. He said, I'm going to take this spot on that track. And Christopher Harrison says, all right, that's fine. That's cool. We'll let you get away with that this time. Don't let it happen again. Up here, we've got some drama building. We've pretty well lost Hendricks, which is normal, but Piracini, Kreidler, Kerr, and some other car have all kind of found themselves in this own kind of their own little pack. And you can see Piercini here, and then, oh, hey, look, there's new tires on Kyle. You can tell how much faster they get through the corner there, and consequently off the corner, and therefore down the straight, and just overall how much faster new tires are. That's got to be frustrating for Kyle. That's, man, the best thing in the world is when you're one of the few cars out there with new tires, because it's like you got an extra 150 horsepower. But you can see he is riding the brakes, trying not to park Kreidler. I'm going to try and go high. Oh, boy. It's like I was saying about this being 4 and 5 lanes wide, but you don't want to do it. That was kind of a good example there. These cars bob around a little bit, and you don't want to weave and bob where you shouldn't have been weaving or bobbing, because nothing good happens there. That whole group went on by Kreidler, and now we're going to have AJ's going to go ahead and swing on by. Paddle that boat, boy, paddle. AJ's got both oars flapping out of the side of that boat, paddling for all he's worth. We got him at the line. If it was the last lap, that'd mean something. But he's got a ways to go. All right, we're going to jump back up here. The car in between the 24 and the 21 there, he is gained 14 spots. And just having a day. It's probably the chrome wheels. Everything looks better with chrome wheels, and everything looks better with white letter tires. And this thing's got both. So put that in perspective. Those guys are now going onto the back straight right now, and we just jumped to the 38 who is on the exit of turn 4. That is about a 14-second lead, I think is what that was showing us. Oh, 9.5. That's shrunk up. Some of the best laps of the day. Not surprisingly, the fastest lap of the day is Davey Hendricks, 31.33. Last lap, 33.77. So you're basically making 2 laps a minute. We got 13th on back. It's a lap down. Green flag stops do this. We do wave rounds. Should the need arise, if we can get some wave rounds, we do have them. We get a handful, which is a wave round. Basically, you've got to not pit, and when everybody else pits, you get to go up right behind the pace car. Get you to the tail end of the lead lap, and then right before you, they get to go. The lap before that, they release you, and you get to fly around once to get caught back up to the back of the field and get a lap back that way. But it does cost you a pit stop. So if it doesn't work out and you end up back in the pits, you kind of end up right back down a lap again. But a lot of times we've seen twice now the restarts while all the cars are side by side and trying to get up to speed. That's the easiest time for them to hit each other. You get where you're just kind of in a groove and you're just making laps like this, it kind of just sort of becomes automatic. And we're on the nicest lap of the race. We got the old 99 Xbox Mobile, the 24 Exalta Mobile, the red, white, and blue flame job. That is one of my favorites. I like it. I like it a lot. Some more big movers. Old JC down in Australia, 10 places to the good, running 9th. The Nodge up 14 spots, running 8th. This guy's up 15 spots. There's 9 to the good for the Zebra Cakes 00 from Alex Goff. After let's call it a rough start. Sarge is up 6. Batman is up 5. He's up running in the top 10. Like I said, he'll just kind of show up and be like, hey, where did he come from? The Davey Hendricks Mobile, he's up 3 spots, but I mean, he started up front. Kreidler, that was sounded like some wall hit. Oh, it was Klinkart, maybe. Could have been. But this being 72, math still does not support this decision. We're going to see him go in. But it did pop him up, so maybe he was on there. By my math, on the far side of it, unless he's really going to be able to stretch it, we're going to need 2 more laps to get you to 36. But we should be seeing him. And there, there's Klinkart down there, showing him in 16th position on pit road, 44-second stops. I mean, he's taking 4 tires and packing her full of fuel, and probably not planning on stopping again. He's gonna get Boogie Lewin back out here, get across that stripe. All 4 tires got to be across that stripe. Well, now working up to second. 99 makes it to pit road. And is that going to cycle? Okay, Benish is now up to 3rd. Davey is coming in from the lead, it looks like. Yep, so he's at least going to attempt it. Ollie's going to come in right behind him. So that's going to hand the lead to some internet guy. We shall not talk about the car we see. All right, so this puts us at 35 laps to go to the end. So, I mean, realistically, I think, now, and yeah, of course, Raptor's going to come in. I mean, you really, from here on, anybody coming in should be good. There's AJ's going to come in with him. His arms are tired from paddling that boat. He's got to take a break. Malarkey is going to cycle back out to be the leader for this lap with the Nodge in tow, running in second. Hi, Nodge. You're doing good, man. Nodge won a next-gen race a couple weeks ago in dramatic fashion at the iRacing Super Speedway, because that with those cars is just completely insane. Oh, no. Jester dropped down and missed pit road. Oh, man. It's been a rough night for our sponsor. All the way back up to speed just to turn around and slow it back down. Man, that is disheartening. Malarkey is still showing as the leader. I do not know why SDK will not show him, but he was just pulling into pit road. So Malarkey stops. Nodge is going to follow him in, which is going to cycle Gary Sargent up to the lead. That's showing he's still got like 11 seconds to make up on him. Or maybe it's not going to cycle him up. That's the way this should be. There we go. All right, Sarge has passed Nodge. Sarge has passed Malarkey. Sarge is leading the race. Klinkart, he's going to be like a lot of them now. You get out there on new tires, man, I tell you what, you just can't get any better. It's near. It does take a couple laps, get some heat in them. Once they're warm, it's good times. It's absolutely good times. And there's that one guy. He's coming around McCuskey. Had a good race, but don't tell him that. Still, even after that, he's still showing up over 10 spots. Nodge up 11. Al's up 12. Marty in the 32 is up 11. Kendall's down 12. Piercini's down 15. Jester's down 11. Kyle's down 10. You know, all the big gainers. There's always those who did not gain. Kuski's on pit road. And there goes Clink. And there goes the 45. Here comes AJ. Here, that's what we're looking for. There he goes. Here, Marty having to feather the throttle. So in here, there's Sarge. We'll see how quick he catches up. Well, these guys might be a little better matched on tires. Now, that black Ford is getting closer. Oh, he's getting way closer. He's coming. He's gone. Oh, he's got a cheated up back bumper. No wonder he's so fast. Oh, we got a wreck in front of Kreidler. All the way down. So what I was saying about you got to watch out for these odd timed cautions. We're going to get going around here with Ollie and see if we can't get a better look, see what happened. Oh! Oh! Well, okay then. Oh, yeah, just... Well then. All right. So... Gets her moving. We can double hit this. This is what he sees. Just ride along. See spy your mirror a little bit. Come back on the inside, which is Jester. They got maybe him and Harrison touched. And bye. Oh, hey. Nope, nope. Yep. Well, that's not cool. All right, so AJ Benish being shown as our leader. Nodge, I mean, 2 seconds behind me, but not really, you know, just catching back up. So Benish and Crutchley are going to stay out and play the track position game. Both have stopped within the last about 6 laps. I don't know that I agree with this. Boy, man, you got 13 on the lead lap. That's only row 6. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch and see how this times out, but that is boy, man, I don't know. I think oh, there. Everybody's leaving him. Let's see if those were everybody that was a lap down just stopped. That was some of the ones that were lapped down. Like, Jester's going to take one of the wave rounds. Third caution, 25 to go. We'll have a couple laps. I have a 23 lap finale. The grand finale, as my uncle would call it when he was doing fireworks. We're going to do the grand finale. Of course, that was because he was drinking what comes out of Milwaukee. Old Milwaukee's best. I don't think that's the best they could do. So, I can't say it because I can't pick him, but you guys know who I'm talking about here. But I think that this may be a drought breaker race for some guy in a race car. But we can't say it. But what's going to happen is Davey's going to have a bad restart. And earlier when he was in traffic, it seemed like that really kind of messed up how he drives the corners. Kind of seemed to act like lights are out on the pace cars. We got one more to go. We'll come around with 23 to go. But if Davey could maybe get hung up behind these two and kind of break his rhythm a little bit, it seemed like it kind of took him a little bit to kind of get his rhythm. I mean, but once he was there, he gone. So, I mean, it's got to be done. You're going to have to get it done and done quick. But, man, if not, and that's not to say that, some weird thing doesn't happen like what we had on the other session and, spinning tires and looping it or something. But this is why we play to win the game. This is why we race the race. Didn't want to get all technical on you. All right, come back up here. I'm going to set this thing up. And we will be going on our leader, which is going to be AJ Benish from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, he's gone. He's going to let's go quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that was about the worst thing he probably could have done, because I don't think he's going to be able to survive Mr. Hendricks. I really don't think he's going to be able to. Yeah, boy. There we go. Now, a lot of them Toyotas, for some reason, do not take my secondary cameras that I make them. For the life of me, don't know why. Well, stop me if you heard this one before, but the 38 Snickers car of Davey Hendricks is back out on point, and he's going to quickly run away from everybody else. So here comes Clink. Going to try and take out AJ. Well, he's not going to try and take him out. He's going to try and take that spot from him. Got a little wad of cars back here with Kyle and Ollie and Nodge and Bartman. I don't know why that sounded like I burped when I said it. I was really, really struggling to put Barton and Batman together, and I really shouldn't have been. So the wild paint job was doing good for you. So Kyle's nephew, maybe you need to design him one more. Or maybe he needs to run that one more week and see if that don't do it. Because that thing was serving him well. Oh, 3 wide. Michael shooting the middle. Middle Michael. Michael, the middle McCuskey. Dude is a wheel man. 20 to go. So it's pretty much you make it now or you ain't going to make it. Which they'll all make it as far as fuel and stuff. But, I mean, getting on it. Get on it and let's go. There's, oh man, Mrs. Whiskers. I don't remember what I lied and said the cat's name was. But there's Kendall out there with his pets. Oh man, James and Harrison got really close back there. Nodge didn't look like he was close enough, but kind of had that run like he's going to take the run up the hill and try and get around McCuskey, but not quite enough. I'm going to bring this a little closer back up to the front here. And we have got what might be the closest thing of a fight for the lead. Now, if Klinkart can get up here and try and get around Davey, he may slow them both down enough that we may end up with Kreidler. Let's see what's going there, but doesn't necessarily look like he really got the best exit off of 4. Davey kind of moved that out a little bit. It's just, man, I don't know. I tell you honestly, it kind of like he's just toying with him every now and then, because he's just super, super fast and he's super, super smooth. And those are two things that are hard to beat at these tracks. But Klink didn't run a whole lot with us last season. He missed the bulk of it. And he's back and back with a vengeance. But Kreidler is coming. And when he gets there, he is absolutely going to get there. What's he going to do with him? And how fast can he get around him? And then does he have anything left to try and catch the Snickers mobile? They are really, really evenly spaced out too. Well, this one might get interesting. We've got $14 to go. And we definitely kind of got a 2-car race and really kind of a 3-car race. We got some of the crowd standing as a letter K again. I don't know why they do that. They do it on the front straightaway. They do it out in the middle of the field too. We got really weird crowds in iRacing. This is just what our crowds do. They be weird. Klinkart chasing Davey, getting chased by John, and JC and Rafter are trying to sort it out for 5th back there, and that's a side-by-side. Oh, actually, Rafter's going to go ahead and just take that. JC, thank you. And I think that's just all there's going to be to that. Yeah, Rafter's been really solid. Very, very solid night for him. So the gap is growing. Not by a ton, but it is growing. It's up to half a second now. The gap back to Kreidler is just right at 0.6. So, I mean, basically they've got a gap in the almost looks like they're just kind of holding pat. Which it could just, I mean, it could just be the three of them are running about the same speed. It could be that simple. I don't see why Klink would be trying to hide or hold anything back. I don't see why Kreidler would be. Hendricks, I could see that just from how far ahead he got everybody earlier. Maybe trying to save a little bit in case somebody got up to him. That way he had a little more. But, yeah, man, they're just laps on laps on laps. And actually, Kreidler's starting to cut this in. He's got this knocked down to 0.4 now, so he's actually starting to make about 1/10 a lap. And he only needs 4 laps to get there. It's 0.4 back. We're going to see if he can get worked in here. Check it. Look back through and see if we got anybody side by side coming towards the end here. We got a Kendall Kerr and Bartman fight. We got Goff and Marty, they're having a dispute over 8th and 9th. Good run for them guys. Get top 10s. The Toads have, I mean, there's always been, you know, a lot of fast guys, but I'm not kidding you. The public races versus what you get in the league are two different things. You know, especially around here, as you see, we run a lot of the races green. You got green flag pit stops. You know, there's a lot of guys that will race you fairly hard, but we don't promote going out and just flat blocking guys. You know, don't wreck each other. Yeah, I mean, you're racing, you're going to hit each other, but oh, Goff, no, not the zebra cakes. All right, he held a spot. Just breathe, Alex. You're good. We're good. We're going to make this. All right, we're going to go up here and we're going to check on these lead cars real quick. So we got Benson down mowing the grass. And who all was he racing with? They're back there just kind of fighting over everything. Him and Matt and Sarge are all back there. We are single-digit laps to go. And Klink is still, well, now he's dropped off about 6/10 back, and he's actually kept Kreidler just right there where he was, just holding him just right at about a half second still. So I think, I hate to say this, but I think we got us a stalemate. I think we may be looking at first, second, and third here, folks. Unless somehow Klinkart can activate the fire on his car. If he could pull that off. McCuskey is on pit road. That doesn't usually turn out real well. You don't want to be doing that. It's way too late in the game for that. We're going to work around here to working our way into 5 to go. The Tide Pod M&M Snickers machine. Looks like he may have this one. Definitely may have this one. We're going to jump back here. Biggest movers, Naj, up 13. And he's actually just inside of Goff there. He was up 12. They're both working on AJ. AJ's got 7. Both Naj and Alex won it. Like, give it here. AJ says no. And they're like, come on. Naj's like, I got sweet fire. Whoa, Piercini. Wow. That was a left. Man. Oof. Man, that was a pretty good catch. I specifically asked these guys if the track was greasy, and they told me no. And I said, well, I've seen a lot of people sliding. And then they do that. So, I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, Goff's up there. Mr. JC, top 5 from Australia. 14 positions better than he qualified. And Rafter is 13 positions better than he qualified. Kreidler is up 3 from his starting position. Klinkart is up 6. And Mr. Fast Guy here, David Hendricks. Davey. I read Davey said David. That was uncool of me, Dave. Dave. Can I call you Dave? Dave's not here, man. All right, Davey. Not you when you're hungry. All right, coming for 2 to go. Right there. 2 more times around the Kansas Motor Speedway. Well, I don't know. Is Naj going to get this? Naj is going to look low. Naj is coming for Goff. Who's got it? Oh, so close. Oh, Naj just broke his momentum. Goff's got it. He's in the clear. We got one more white, or another lap, though. It's just coming to the white. Yeah, there's not enough there. Goff's got him. Let's switch back over here. A half a lap ahead. There's the 38 just whooping up on everybody. Clink's back. Oh, hey, look at that. Third spot. Got Kreidler in fourth, JC in fifth. And coming across the line, there is your winner, Davey Hendricks. We got Klinkhart second, Rafters in third. Kreidler will finish fourth, John Campbell in fifth, Malarkey will finish sixth, Nodge ends up seventh, Settengoff back to eighth, Binish finishes ninth, Kendall Kerr finishes 10th, which, that's not bad at all after where he started. We get the finish down here. You see your favorite drivers, or your least favorite driver, whatever. Donuts. He wins so much, he's good at doing donuts. Definitely good at doing some donuts. Oh boy. All right, so round out that top 10 is Kendall Kerr, Marty Rogers, Kyle Gretsch, Dustin Barton, Matt Piracini, Jason Benson, Gary Sargent, Christopher Harrison, Will Jester, and for whatever reason, it just decided it was not going to give me any more than that. It usually does. It's supposed to. There we go. Oliver Turan will be coming home 19th. Michael McCuskey will be the 20th place finisher. Scott Kelly, 21st. Al Dixon, 22nd. Birthday boy with not so great birthday result. I'll bring these up. I think I'll show. Yeah, so that will not show us on the points on there. So we don't need that. Who needs points? Not us. Points are all made up anyhow. We're going to see. I don't know if I have got. I know where Rafter is. I don't see Klinkhart. I got Davey and I got Kyle, but I definitely do not see.
And then
Oh, and there's Kyle in here. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Davey.
Hi.
So, Davey, you beat the ever-living dog snot out of everybody again. How was the car?
I wouldn't say dog snot. I think I got lucky that other people ran into some issues. But I mean the car was good. It got pretty tight as the run went on, so I had to try and get off the throttle as much as I could to keep it out of the wall. Still got into it a couple times, but nothing to the point that I needed to use a fast repair. But I love this track. It's fun running that close to the wall. There's not many tracks we can do that on.
Oh, yeah. You ain't kidding. It definitely is a wall riding paradise for the few who are good at doing it. As clean as that car looks, I don't know that you actually hit the wall. You might have heard somebody around you hit it, but that thing looked pretty clear.
I think I had 3 seconds of optional. I think coming out of 2, I was pretty sideways a lot of the time. So I feel like the right rear probably nicked it once or twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do 3 seconds of damage to those things just starting it and rolling it off pit road.
Yeah.
So you're starting the season right where you ended the last one, which is winning everything and leading the points. You going for back-to-back on us?
I mean, I'd like to. We'll see if I can actually accomplish that. But the cool little trophy I got and the T-shirt, like now I want to start like a collection of them to get as many as I can. So I'd love to go back to back. We'll see if I'm lucky enough to get it.
Well, I speak for the whole league that we've got to step up our game to try and stop you, and hopefully we do it before you got to build a chest to hold all these things in.
I mean, it's cool. Kyle came back to race this season. I'm not sure how often Kendall's going to be here, but it's nice seeing him come back. I know they've both won championships. I know Kendall got Xfinity. I'm not sure where Kyle got his. Maybe it was 87s or ARCA, but I know they're both championship speed guys, so it's nice to have them come back and race.
Yep, Kyle was an ARCA champion, and he runs a lot of the '87 stuff. And yeah, I had actually pointed that out. You guys had Clink. I said, boy, he's trapped between the last two champions that we've had, and yeah, Kendall. Kendall was looked like he might be the one to give you a run, and then Kyle looked like he was going to give you the run for it. And there at the end, we were watching time, and you and Clink and Kreidler were almost exactly a half a second apart from that last restart at lap 15 on. And then Kreidler kind of fell back, and then Corey got a hold of him and set him back to fourth.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Kyle and one or two other people had some sets sitting in the pits. I was really worried about absolutely destroying my tires on that last run. So after I got a little bit of a buffer away from Clink, I just tried my best to manage that and still save as much tire as I could. Not that much, but maybe if one last caution would have come out, I'd have had enough to hold off whoever had new tires. But it was just a lot of hoping and praying those last 20 laps that nothing was going to happen.
Okay, I kind of wondered if that wasn't it, because I kind of wondered out loud. I was like, man, he really left those guys the first couple of stints, and I kind of was wondering if you weren't holding back just in case somebody came up to you that you'd have something to kind of get rid of them with, have a little extra sitting there in the tank.
Yeah, Clink got 2 tenths, 3 tenths, like to my bumper, and he was getting a little bit larger than I wanted him to. So I would try and go for a couple laps and get back away and just try and keep him at arm's length, hoping that everything was clean the rest of the race. And I lucked into it. I thought for sure something was going to go down.
Well, right on, man. Hey, I appreciate your time, and we'll let you get to celebrating. And I guess Clink, I don't know if he's got a radio, so we may not have a second place interview here, but I've got the third place. That's some guy in a car. How'd the race go for you, some guy?
Davey, you're supposed to interview yourself at this point.
Oh, well, Snickers Super ran great. I know a lot of people give me some crap because I run my Toyota, but it is above and beyond the best manufacturer and best car. There's no Chevy that can hang with it. I don't care what Kyle Busch does and what team he goes to.
Oh, I
I
do.
am thrilled that I got the 38 back. I haven't got a chance to run this number in a long time. So I think Kyle gave you some crap earlier about changing from the 88, but this is my number. It's always been my number. So it's nice to be able to drive it.
I do have a question. Why do you have Tide Pods on the side when M&M's and Snickers are your other two sponsors?
Variation. I mean, Kyle Busch has Interstate batteries and DeWalt and M&Ms and Skittles and Snickers. So there's a variety of things that I feel like sponsor a car. So I've got the candy stuff, but like I always use Tide. So I was like, cool. I have a whole Tide car made up, bright orange if I ever feel like running it.
All right. Well, I was hoping that this wasn't something like, when you're tired of eating Snickers, you just eat Tide Pods.
Well, if it gave me a boost, I don't think I'd argue with it. something to wake me up a little bit. I'd be fine with it.
Well, there's nowhere to go from there. But yeah, there's your last season champion. This is your current season front runner, and he's starting off right right where he ended off, victory circle. So we've got Davey Hendricks. Hopefully, we get a few more interviews out of you. But I'll tell you, I'm hoping that we get some other people to win some of these.
I have faith. I feel like there's a couple of ringers in here. I know Kyle set blistering paces last year. He was great about bragging about it after we went through the road courses. So I think he'll get those. I know we've got super speedways, and those are always up in the air. Kendall, I feel like, is real good at short tracks, and that is not my forte. So I think we'll see a lot of parity.
Right on, man. Well, I appreciate it again, and congratulations on the win. Al, what do you think there was any possible way you was going to be able to catch Davey?
Hey, Cooper.
Hi, Al. How are you?
I'm good. Do you know this is only the second time I've ever been interviewed after a race?
Well, I know, and I took great pains to not say anything about you during this broadcast because I was afraid that I was going to jinx you because I have every other time.
Well, let me just tell you, I think if I had 15 more laps, I would have caught Davey.
I don't.
Did you
I don't
did
know
you
that I
have one more set
disagree.
sitting in the pits?
So I took right sides only on the last
Okay.
set and stopped because I had pretty fresh tires. So I did not have a set of right sets in the pits. But let me tell you, I'm just so thrilled to be talking to you guys here in third place finish. Started in 17th, and I was surprisingly good on long runs and just kept passing guys and passing guys. So didn't make any mistakes in pit road and snuck past John Kreidler for the third place and was really thrilled to be there. So it was a good race for me. Unusual. I really thought I was going to struggle here, so I'm real happy.
Yeah, it was one of them. Just every time we'd kind of flip through, there you are, and you're higher than you were. You ultimately gained 14 spots during the race. The only person who gained more was Nodge. He gained 15.
And where did Notch finish? I sorry, I didn't see the standings.
He actually brought her home in seventh, but he was the only one that gained more than you. You and JC both actually gained 14. JC ended up in fifth.
Well, that's awesome. That's great to hear. I just kept rolling over. Anytime somebody got near me, I just rolled over. You take it, go, 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 and then, sure enough, five or 10 laps later, I'd be by them again. So yeah, I was real happy. So no, I don't have much to add except congratulations, Davey, and uh, let somebody else win one of these days, buddy.
No promises.
All right, I'm going to skip. Thanks, Cooper. Thanks for filling in tonight. I'm sure it was great. I can't wait to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it great, but yeah, no, it's good job, Al. Congratulations, and Clink, we're here for you, and you didn't show up, so I mean, we can just pretend we're you and be like, oh yeah, the flame car did a good job, and I don't know why I got this accident now, but this is how I'm gonna talk, eh? From driving around in that truck and I hang out the door like that, and I fell down and I got this accident. Greatest thing ever.
Very Canadian of you.
I do not endorse this interpretation of Clink at all.
I'm sure I've heard him talk, and I know it's nothing like that. But yeah, maybe he just wasn't thinking about coming in here. But yeah, we'll let everybody get going, and we have got one of the weirdest beginnings of a. Oh, there he is. He heard me. I'm in trouble now, Mister Clinkhart. You want to get in here and actually talk for yourself instead of the gossip and lies I'm spreading about you?
Sure. I didn't realize we were doing one, so that was my bad.
Well, so did I'll just ask it. How hard were you pushing to try and get a hold of Davey? Were you holding anything back?
So the first couple laps, I was pushing pretty hard, and then I laid off, and then I was just seeing if I could maybe casually get to him, and then I realized I'm never going to, so I just managed my distance between me and Kreidler.
Okay, well you did an absolutely amazing job of that because you kept yourself a half second behind Davey and a half second ahead of Kreidler that entire run, that whole last stint.
Yeah, I was watching it pretty closely, just trying to make sure I didn't hit the wall, and then every time I'd go to, like, I was like, I'm gonna try to go low to see if I can maybe gain any time, just for possibility, and then I'd hit the wall, and I was like, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, it seemed like the wall was a little grabby tonight. It definitely seemed like it was reaching out and grabbing people. Overall, what did you think of the track? Do you think it was slick? Were you starting to have problems of pushing, so far into a run, or what did you think of it?
It was mainly just loose out of two. I didn't really have any problems in three and four. I didn't have a lot of speed in three and four, but one and two was definitely the loosest I was. Like I just could not get the exit of two down after about 20 to 25 laps.
Okay, yeah, that seemed to be an issue for a lot of people tonight. Was exit of two, the old Calamity Corner. I don't remember who dubbed Calamity Corner somewhere forever ago when I was a kid, but it was definitely Calamity Corner tonight. So, are you sticking with us for the season, or are you gonna kind of part time it?
Nope, I will be here full time and hopefully to be a easy top five driver. We'll see what happens.
Right on. You definitely show speed. I mean, every time you're here, everybody knows you're here because you're running up front. So, we're
Clink, Clink. I was catching you, Clink. I only needed 5 more laps.
You can catch me, but could you pass me is the question.
Catching and passing are two different things. And it was hard. It's really hard to pass here.
Yeah, that's why I was like, once I realized I wasn't going to catch Davey, I was like, well, I'm not going to pass him if I do get to him. So I'm just going to sit here and chill.
I had brought that up that if you got up there, that it may actually slow both of you down enough, the process of trying to work around him, that Kreidler might have actually been in the catbird seat. You guys get side by side and slow down. He'd get a run and be able to just drop underneath you and see deuces to both of you on the way by.
There was definitely a chance for it.
All right, I'm going to dip out. Hey guys, thanks so much, and thanks for having me in here, Coop, and thanks again for the broadcast. I'll see you later.
All right, have yourself a good one, Mr. Rafter. That's your third place finisher. So Clink, one final question, because we just basically been harassing Davey the whole time he's been in here. What are we going to have to do to beat him? Is there some way we can get in there and, like, I don't know, some sort of cheat his tires so they go flat in 10 laps or something?
I'm not too sure. Maybe try to just give him one extra less set of tires. That might help.
I need all I can get at this point. I felt like tonight we were one short.
Well, I have been telling everybody that JC being in Australia, he's actually he's hanging upside down and he's got to turn right because everything's backwards down there. So my suggestion is we send you to JC's house and you have to drive like that and see if that slows you down a little.
I'm going to try my best to not.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you stopping, and we'll finish this thing off because this one's going to take some editing. Oof, boy, what a weird beginning to a season. But so there's your top three: Davey Hendricks, Jacob Klinkhardt, Al Corey. And we'll catch you next week for the No Toad Racing League. You guys have a good night, and appreciate everybody stopping by.
Thank you, Cooper.
Good job, buddy. P1 right there.